Hello everyone, we are back for Cov8. Let's get rolling on this wonderful game. We got lots to do, and maybe some new unlocks. Maybe not. New clan, who dis? Have we done this before? Let's look in our logbook. Handy dandy. Yep, we've done it before. Okay, that's fine. So, starting deck is going to have a couple of things that cost a lot, and no way to discard them yet, but we can look for ways to do that along the way. Seraph is angry. He's going to punch us a lot. When we play a spell, he's going to get angrier. So at the end of this one, we'll probably want to pick up one of those silence spells, because that'll shut his ability down to get angrier. But more than likely, our biggest bet is that we are going to have trouble on Fel unless we get more energy. She adds Scourge cards to our deck, which makes us have to spend our energy on that instead of playing our spells. And then, you know, Daedalus exists too. Alright, let's see what we got. Upgrade Dark Forge, Frostbite 10. Or damage spells cost -1. The thing is, we got some good damage spells in here. That's actually not a terrible option, but I do like Frostbite more. I think that's more likely to win us the run. So we're going to take that. We're going to take Emblem of the Exiles every single day. That is so good. They're going to start off with an extra 4 damage, so we're going to start off an extra couple of floors away and poke them until they get where we don't get as scared of them, I guess. I don't know. Also, we get that. So, there's that. Okay, big brain move. We are going to hit that gun. Do we care? Okay, so let's look at this logically. We can punch him with our Crypt Builder and do absolutely nothing else except for, I guess, a Sting down here. We could do a Crypt Builder and a Sting, and then he'd come up and we'd have to, like, answer it next turn with, you know, maybe something else. Or we could try to do something cheeky and put, like, a Train Steward down here and do a Frozen Lance and an Ice Storm. And a Sting. I like the Ice Storm idea. That has some cool implications on total damage. Yeah. Now he takes a bunch of damage. Now he's dead next turn. Kind of regardless. So we can go ahead and put our Train Steward out. And we could go ahead and put a Restore on him so that he doesn't use quite as much. Cool. So now we get to say, okay, cool, he's dead, no problem. We can put out a... Well, you know, we might just go like this. And that's so that we can poke that guy and then not worry about it. We'll put a Train Steward out front so we can start tanking. We'll put a Train Steward out so we can tank more. We'll just do a little bit of damage here. It's literally only 1 damage because he heals most of it back, but it's something. Obviously, we don't want to take damage to our core here, and maybe Ice Storm will do something for us here. Yeah! Brilliant. Okay. So our last order of business is whether or not this is a break point. It's not, so 1 regen is only going to heal him up to 14 health effectively, so that does not break over in the attack, so we just might as well put the energy in here, and hopefully it's not necessary, but it probably will be. It's not. Excellent. So we're in good shape. Comfortable win on floor 1. Take our winnings and move on. Obviously, we need frontline units. That's our big play that we need to get. We do have an ability already to drop a card at random. It's just going to be hard to get to that specific card that we want to drop. That being said, attuned spells can do some pretty nice thing if you can get a little spell power in them, so I'm not opposed to picking up Titan's Gratitude anyway. The other thing we can do is we can pick up an Energy Siphon and try to do something cute, where we eventually just kind of like load up a damage into a guy. But I think Titan's Gratitude is fine. For lack of better options, it sort of just exists, and it's fine. Steel Enhancer is an interesting option here. It does allow us to add more damage to a unit. That's not really crazy necessary right now, but it's fine. And it does mean that it encourages us to go towards multi-strike units later, or something like a Shattered Shell, which is a decent backline unit that we can turn into a like semi-frontline unit by giving a little bit of extra health in the beginning. I like this option. Getting one more sweep unit is always a good thing because we're not guaranteed to make Tethys sweep. So if we can sweep out all the bad guys early, that's better. I want to take some frontline units here. I want to get a Thorned Hollow. Okay, Thorned Hollow is a fantastic unit. And then we can put Endless on it. That seems maybe a little much, but maybe not. Maybe that's just our ticket to success. We just load that bad boy up with infinite amounts of sustain, and then he just becomes this unstoppable force. I'm okay with that. That's a really strong floor. We got a great unit. We got two really powerful upgrades with being able to add plus 10 damage to our sweeper so we can kill things faster, and we got a powerful upgrade on our Thorned Hollow so that he doesn't instantly blow up. We are in great shape moving forward here. We are not auto-winning, we are just doing well. But it's important to know when you're doing well so that you know when you have to like reevaluate and be like, well, what happened? Cool. So, nothing has spikes yet because we haven't actually managed to heal him, but that's fine. Okay, so we'll put Shattered Shell here. And he's going to kill himself by taking 12 damage. It's going to take way more than 12 damage. Okay. But he does do the thing, so that's fine. He does the job that we gave him. Right, so that guy dies, which is fine. Question, then, is if we can get him to take this damage. And that answer is no. Okay, cool. So what we do is we recognize that all those guys are dead, and Tethys is basically our end game. So if somebody, for some reason, makes it past the terrifying terribleness here, Tethys is here to save us. Which is exactly what's about to happen. That is spicy. Okay, so first of all, we need to do this. And then we start thinking. And thinking hurts. So right now he's got 10 spikes and 1 regen. We can give him basically the equivalent of 3 more health, or 4 more health. 5 more health? Anyway, it doesn't matter. And see if that gets us over a breakpoint, or we can just smash the front unit, which means he doesn't have to spike himself or waste as much time doing that. So we can either cast literally everything in our hand, or we can cast none of the things. I am kind of the opinion that we just play smashy bits. Let me see what that gets us. That's fine. Cool. Oh, right. Well, it doesn't matter. We'll do that. Okay. He's endless, ladies and gentlemen. I forgot. Don't need any of that. That's awesome. So we're going to want to remove consume on that as fast as possible, or AFAP. It's a technical term. We're going to want a hell vent. We're going to want more units. We're going to want to make our spells stronger. We're going to get relics. This path seems a little better. Let's just do this. And we get a Animus of Will. That seems fine. And we are going to hell vent the heck out of our Wildwood Sap. Because right now we only have one of them, and Regen is super great for things like dudes that have a lot of health. Hey, let's enhance a unit. This train steward is going to look super awesome for exactly one fight. Probably put him right up front too. He'll be just like, I'm gonna fight. And then he goes away. Be cool. Be cool. Well, that's not very nice. I'm gonna put into this thing. Okay. Right, so we won't do that. Instead, we will put Shattered Shell right here. And then we will put Tethys right here so that he doesn't get blown up. Oh, shoot. Okay, this is cool. So we can guarantee Crit Builder going off by doing Sting followed by Titan's Gratitude, which means that we can actually do Crit Builder directly into that guy's face. And that feels awesome. Because otherwise we're going to kill this guy with 3 spells and waste like 60 damage, very close to 60 damage. We'll waste 55 damage, or we can put 60 damage directly into the boss. So, that's what we're doing. Okay. Which means I could have put Tethys there. Just throwing that out there. Could have put Tethys there. He does 2 damage. He has 3 health. That makes him a tank. Dang it, it really does make him a tank. F. Alright, well, that's not what I wanted to do, but that's what we're doing. Okay, cool. We're here. I don't really want to cast anything else because if I do... Oh no, I can just kill it with this. That's fine. See if I can take that bomb out. Cool. By fire be purged. Okay. Thank you, Ragnarok. Ragnaros? Ragnaros. Oh, there's only nerd cred on that one. Okay. There we go. And yes, I played WoW for a large number of years. If I put him here, he dies, and then I get to laugh at him. So we're going to do that. And then we just spend all of our energy making him have more spikes, because I like that. Okay. Also, quietly, this thing is getting, like, massive damage on this back end. Look at that. Look at that. Little damage right there. That is pretty good. It's pretty good. Pretty good. We like very hard winning this, so damage goes place. Bang. Okay. Takes a few, but damage comes through. Everybody happy in the end. Spreading spores is certainly a way for us to do the thing where we add a whole bunch of spikes to things and then they all die. Siren Song is certainly a way for us to avoid combat entirely by just pushing things into the Pyre Room and having it kill. And Harness the Titan is certainly a way for us to make Ice Storm do a lot of damage. I think that's the one that really makes me kind of perk my ears up a little bit, because we already have a lot of consume regen that we can make not consume. And at that point, we don't need the other one quite as much. These are not doing it for me. No, they're not doing it for me. I'm out. Alright, what do we want? We want... oh, right, okay. So before we talked about a very annoying thing where Fel makes us Scourge cards that force us to spend our Ember. So we need mana. We need Ember here. Because otherwise we're not going to have enough to play the spells that we want to play, and then we lose. Okay, right. So the thing about it is, we like the Animus Will, we want to do something with that. We like the Shadow Shell, we want to do something with that. We don't care about any of these, so we have 2 units that we want to upgrade, and we have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spells that we want to upgrade, so I think we get to that first. Meanwhile, we also get rid of Train Stewards because, haha, they're bad. They're not bad, they're just not useful for us. Okay, please remove Consume. That is holdover, and that is just fine with me. We are going to cast the crap out of Harness the Titan, and it's going to be hilarious. Because it's going to be free, and it's going to make everything do all of the damage. That being said, we want to get rid of some spells by making this one go kablam exactly 1 time. And we still have enough to give double stack, which is fine. We get double regen, and then 10 magic power is real nice as a starter bonus on our Ice Storm, so that even before it gets going with the other bonuses, it's still good. Now we could actually put like holdover on that too, so that it just like always gets drawn with like Harness the Titan plus Ice Storm, Harness the Titan plus Ice Storm, Harness the Titan plus Ice Storm, and eventually it's just like hitting for truckloads of damage. So I'm going to leave that option open, that seems fine. Hard decisions, actually. Hard decisions. Let us upgrade to doing more Frostbite. We are on our 2nd fight? 3rd fight. We're on the 3rd fight? 4th fight. We're on the 4th fight. This run is going very quickly. As what Emblem of the Exiles does to you guys, it's just like, you stop thinking about the game because it's just easy. We're going to put the Animus like up top, and it's just going to roid out and kill everything. I kind of want to put the Slay guy in the middle, on the bottom, so we'll put Tethys in the middle, that's fine. Let's do that. Okay, so that's done. Do we have a way to save his life without being dumb? 11 and 13 is just going to brutalize both of those. Ow. Okay, so those guys are dead. Make the most out of the situation you're put in. Right? Ouch. So, fairly obvious we got to do that. We cannot do those. Tethys is not a fighter anymore. Tethys doesn't exist anymore. So, what do we look to? We have one more little guy there. We have a blow-up doll that can go in front of it. Yeah, I think we just Shattered Shell behind this and hope for the best. We just hunker down, do as much damage as possible, and say, alright guys, you got me. Got greedy. I deserve this, etc. Okay. Now that we're done lamenting our misfortune here, let's go ahead and make everything do more damage, and then I think we're actually okay. If we can cast these other 3 spells, we can Titan's Grasp into Crypt Builder and destroy this thing, or we can just Crypt Builder immediately, which actually seems fine. Sting or Frozen Ice. No, we gotta do this. so that he at least lives. Then we can sting up here, and then we can do this, and what that actually does is that gives Shadowed Shell an additional bonus. So. Okay. We're not dead. We're not great, but we're not dead. He, however, is still very much alive, so let's fix that. Okay, these things are bigger now. This thing is bigger now. Poops. Let's go like this. Okay, so we wanted him to live. We got him to live. Now he's super alive. We're going to take damage for it, but at least we don't lose the run off of our stupidity. So let's just put him there, tank the damage. That does not feel good. Okay, so Harness Titan again. Sting now does 20 damage, that's good. This does 100, this does 85, that's good. Okay. We'll get this rolling. Okay, cool. That's all we can do. So hopefully that's enough to get us somewhere. It is not currently enough to get us anywhere. So what we got to look at is A, does this regen and bonus health give us enough to win? Yes. Now that it does, we actually don't have to care about literally anything else. So we can do all of this crap anywhere we want to. Except actually Ice Storm might lose us the run if we do that here, because if it hits those guys, then that guy doesn't get the sweet slay bonus, and then he does less damage. So I think we just do Ice Storm here, and do that there, and we call it good. Very good. Almost lost it. Took some damage for it, but that's what it's there for. Alright, very clearly we need more units. Very clearly we need frontline units. Very clearly we are having a hard time. Okay, we can do Guardian Stone. We can do Cuddle Hex. What does Cuddle Hex do? Not much. These are not going to win us or lose us the run, so I think we skip them except for maybe Guardian Stone. But even there, I don't think one armor is going to change our fortunes here. Awoken Rail Spike can be interesting. We've obviously seen that work well before. We don't have a big heal spell. That being said, Harness the Titan is doing actually a pretty dang good job of making Restore just a big heal spell. So I don't think we need Focus Growth. So I'm going to pick up a Rail Spike and make some things free. I feel like that's actually a pretty good pickup. The other thing we can do is we can stop putting things on the bottom floor, and then maybe they don't die quite as fast. We would love to upgrade Animus Will, we would love to upgrade Ice Storm, we would love to upgrade Wildwood Sap, and we would love to remove a couple of cards. So I think this is our option here. Because we want to get rid of the Train Steward as much as we need units. We don't need that unit. And we really don't need Frozen Lances. We've already seen them be pretty bad. Even with bonus damage and consume, they just don't do much. I think I'm going to say that I'm a big fan of getting rid of a Frozen Lance by proxy. And we actually aim towards... Crud, need to remove consume. Permafrost is good for Awoken Rail Spike, and nothing really else. We could put it on our Dropbox unit until we get, we could put it on our Crypt Builders until we happen to get the Titan's Gratitude in hand, but I think we really need to do that. Let's instead think we have to bank on hoping that we get a remove consume here. Let's try it. Double stack. Well, double stack's not what we wanted. I think that pushes us towards just saying, you know what, we're gonna have Crypt Builders be a big spell that we cast once, and then we let Ice Storm scale up. And if that's the case, we probably want to just make Awoken Rail Spike grab more things. And then we get rid of our last Frozen Lances. One at a time, but like, get rid of one. Because I don't think the double stack plus one, I'm going to do that, but then we only have like, you know what? Sure. It's 10 regen is so much. It's so much health. Yeah, so we're going to skip this floor. That floor's bad, that floor's cancer. Absolutely zero need to justify ourselves to the spiky bros here, so we're just going to avoid them like the plague that they are. Ow. Ouch, Charlie! That really hurt! Harness the Titan is probably going to be used here after we Awoken Rail Spike. Just trying to decide if we want to go with the Shadowed Shell down. I think we do. It's probably going to get beamed. Nope, he survives. Great. Okay. Still going to draw 4. Those 4 spells are going to be closer to free. I like that. Let's do it. Wow. Yeah. I'll take this. And then we'll upgrade the magic power on the things that we're not going to cast anyway, so it's fine. And then, because I am not really confident in my ability to keep this guy alive next turn with 1 restore, I think we go ahead and sting. No, we sting the next floor. Yeah, we'll give him the attack bonus, then we sting the next floor, and that still takes care of some things for us. Okay. All right. First things first, we'll harness the Titan to do all the fun things that we want to do. Then we just get to go quack and pop that guy in the nose. This guy getting damaged doesn't actually do anything for us, so we can go ahead and sting this off, and he gains more health. That's good. He gains some amount of health by doing this. He gains a lot more health by restore. Gains even more if I do that, but I want to keep my restores going as much as possible. Okay, let's do this. Whee! Okay. Then we can restore this guy. And then he doesn't die, which is pretty great. Consume that. And then somehow we had extra energy, so sure. Okay. So we're going to cast a thing that gives us the thing. It's really entertaining. So that guy's just toast, so we're just not going to worry about that. I would like to be able to at least get some frozen things on there, if that's going to be a thing. Let's sting, let's frozen lance, let's restore. Get as many spikes going as possible. I'm doing the thing with my beard again. I'm going to stop that right now. We are in super shape now. Everybody is in good hands. Boom, boom. And with that, no real difference happens, but that's okay. It was cool. We got to do some damage, and that looks cool. Yeah, alright. Ooh. Yes, spikes deal an additional damage per stack. Yes, please. Oh, we are building lots of spikes. We are going to make that man the spikiest he's ever been. That's very exciting. I like that. Here's the thing. We're going to get rid of our other Frozen Lance, and one Ice Storm per turn is going to be fine, because it's going to get huge, it's going to get nasty, and then everything else we're going to be doing is going to be restore-based. So I think we skip the Ice Storm, I think we skip the Spike Vestigian. That's a tongue twister. And I know that we skip the Guardian Stone because we don't need it. Getting an engraft going is not a terrible thing, but it's also not that exciting. We've already won with one, so I'm not like supercalifragilisticexpialidocious on it, but it does also pair with getting bonus damage from Harness the Titan, so it does become better and better and better and better, while still giving us more draw. So I think that is actually worth taking. And then beyond that, we can finally upgrade some units, we can get some health back. We're not real concerned about getting rid of things right now. Yeah, we want to get rid of a Frozen Lance. Yeah, we probably want to get rid of one of our restores, maybe even two. Probably one of our stings. But beyond that, we really just need our units to not suck. And right now, they suck. So we're going to fix that by doing what? 10 more health and spikes 3. Meh. Quick seems far better for him, so we're going to give him quick and just hope he doesn't die. Then we're going to do plus 10 and spikes 3 to this guy. No, we're not. We're going to give plus 10 for sure. And then we're going to re-roll and hope for the best. Hey. Yeah, we're going to give him March down because now he actually has health. Very good, Kronk. Okay, moving on. Fell the Wings of Light. She's going to be angry. She's going to make our other things angry, but eventually we can like duplicate the Animus of Will, and haha, we will have a thing. So our one big floor is Shattered Shell with Thorned Hollow behind it, or Shattered Shell behind a Thorned Hollow, and then after that everything else kind of sucks. Which is... that's a thing. But we do have to remember that if we put them on different floors in different areas, then our Shattered Man can, or Thorned Hollow, sorry, can sit in front of Tethys. So Tethys can still go up top. And we still get rid of that. We still put the Animus here. Then we go ahead and pull up 2 cards to make it cheaper. Sure. We're going to do that. And we're going to do that. Boom. Okay, so big news. We got to put the Thorned Hollow out. We got to get rid of our Verdict Attrition. That's fine. We can do that. We can start our mega stacking, and we will consume things later. That's fine. Okay, we're still having to worry about getting tons and tons of things stuck in our hand that we don't want, but at least we got to our stable point now, and we don't have to worry about that part anymore. So. Okay, from here on out, we just basically have spells, and we are waiting on picking up our Harness the Titan, which is on literally our last draw. So, you know, there's that. Super great, super wonderful. Everybody loves it. It's the best. Oh, goodness. Okay, so let's see if we can maybe... yeah, not cool. We got a little bit more damage in. We possibly could have gotten a kill with the other guys, but that's okay. What we can do here is just keep working on making things do more damage that need to do more damage. So the more we can make the Shattered Shell beefy, the less we have coming up to Animus of Will. So even though we are technically looking at triple stacking here, we are also kind of looking at triple stacking here because he hits the backline units and the frontline units all at the same time. 15 damage does actually save us 6 health there. We can get another restore going there. We can just do some damage to the boss there. And I think we actually, honestly, since he's already going up to max health, I think we just heal this guy. Now all of a sudden, at least we don't take any damage. We can start thinking about dealing more. Okay, here we go. Got some big things coming. There's some damage going up here, but not nearly enough, obviously. So if we do this, that kills all but one guy. We are very happy with that. We can do that. It's very happy again. We can do that. We're very happy with that. Okay, good. Okay, now we're starting to get into the territory where, once again, we're just clicking on cards because we can. So we're going to engraft this guy because we can. We're going to restore this guy because we can. We're going to, Frozen Lance this guy just because he gets out of our deck. And that's the kind of thing we're doing. But now, actually, we think about it for a second. We go, hey, if we do 50 damage to this guy, then he gets another stack. So that's cool. Boop. All right, very good. We win by like a lot. So we'll just keep stacking up, make things look pretty. And once again, our Emblem of the Exiles is doing some work, but it doesn't really matter too much because it is what it is. Cycle of Life. Well, that is basically Spike 6 instead of Spikes 3, so obviously that's not nothing. That being said, however, it is an expensive card, and I'm not really going to try to stack up too much in terms of space. However, I think it might still be worth it from one very specific aspect, and that is that when Thorn Hollow dies and goes up to the next floor, he's going to be in front of, we want to be able to put him in front of Animus of Will, who by that point is taking up 3 points on his square, and so I can see a point where we're going to take space, and as soon as we take space, then we can start looking for things like, well, how do we get like one more unit on Tethys' floor? And that might push us towards, taking a like predominantly backline unit and then just using Cycle of Life to beef it up and make it angry. So that's definitely a possibility. We can also take Deep Offering and use it to chunk out our Crypt Builders, but those are one-time use spells, and I'm not as excited about Deep Offering like existing yet. I don't think that's the point of our deck. Whereas Spikes is already like a primary identity of our deck, and having more health is a primary identity of our deck, so this is at least in line with what we're doing. And I think we take this, and then from there, we're not drawing enough right now, so maybe we take one of those chintzy little like draw +1 every turn units when they come up, and then all of a sudden we're drawing, an appropriate number of things. We are maximally upgraded on units, so that is not helpful for us to... Oh, that's not a unit upgrade, that's a trinket place. Well, that being said, we still probably want to upgrade spells, because Cycle of Life needs upgrades, Engraft needs upgrades. That's it. No, Wildwood Sap needs to not consume. Does it? Not really. Yeah, let's get some upgrades. Let's get some trinkets. Oh, these are stupid. That's fine. Armor isn't awful. It does help you a little bit. Friendly units get 3 is really not worth it. Spell weakness 1 is fine. Remove all buff effects on your enemy unit when it enters your train. Nope. But I can't reroll. So friendly units get +3, basically just makes Tethys slightly harder to kill. Nobody else cares about that. Well, Shattered Shell cares about it a little bit. Okay. Tethys gets 40 Frostbite. Okay. Well, I'm not real excited about that, actually. But I would rather have Sweep. But he does apply a fair bit of Frostbite, so sure. Alright, our enemies get spikes, so they're going to kill us. basically. Okay, these guys explode on death, so we want to do this in an order that makes sense. So kill this guy first, then place the Thorned Hollow. That's all we care about on that front. Put this guy up top to give him maximal chances to not instantly destroy himself. Okay. Animus Foil is here. Oh. Shattered Shell is here to kill itself. So awkward. Okay, is there a way to save anyone? Or are we just like mega dead? Oh, I should have killed that thing before I put the Animus Foil. Well, this is where we are. That does save us some health and gives us more of a likelihood of getting this. If I kill these guys, they don't get quick slapped by this thing. That might be enough. Yeah, that's enough to live one more day, and like at this point, that's the game. The game is live one more day. Okay, we can technically do this. Okay, this is harsh, but we have to do this in an order that sucks here, because this is going to do 25 damage, he'll take 3 damage, and then that actually kills it, which just barely survives this unit. Okay. We are in what I would call dire straits, but I think we just came out of it by pulling the Awoken Nail Spike. In order to do this properly, though, we actually have to harness the Titan first and cast our Ingress, because otherwise it's not going to do anything. Well, we can do this once, and then we can try to catch it again. Make them all bigger. Nope. Oh no. So I think we just lost. We needed to be able to, so that guy is going to do a ton of damage. But we actually have no way to, like, save this thing before it just gets blown up by these 3 guys blowing up. Yeah, that's a really sad... Oh, we didn't lose. Okay, we're still, like, on the dumb end of okay. So what we can do here is, obviously, these guys get killed, which sucks, but we do have an endless guy, so we're there. Okay. This is harsh. Okay, so he's going to go back down here. Do this all over again. Gonna get this back. Okay, so spikes exist. Yes. Cool. We don't have anything to get rid of stuff, so that just there. There we go. And that goes in there. All right, cool. All right, so things are gonna keep dying, and we're gonna keep playing units, and that's okay. It's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. So what is its max health? Like how many? Like is it just okay? It's always just 80. All right. Well, That's fine. We never did get to give it like endless amounts of spikes, which would have been super cool. 21 damage 5 times is a little over 100. So the real choice here is whether or not we want to engraft him. I think we obviously still enhance this guy. So we can either Thorn Hollow into Cycle, or we can Thorn Hollow, well, I mean, engraft either, so it's just whether or not we Cycle or we Ice Storm. I think Ice Storm probably more important. Just so that if it comes up against next turn, we can do it. Okay. So, obviously, we just keep doing this, just keep swimming. Okay, so that doing 75 damage means that he doesn't take any damage, which is good. I think we just cast, and cast. And I don't think we actually use our Wildwood Sap. I think we use it when he gets up to the top level. Which feels kind of greedy. But I think we put him on the top level, like, now. Because now what we desperately need is for that thing to take frostbite damage. Okay, we got Wildwood Sap, so we're punished. That is a minor relief. Do that, and then we win, so I'm going to not touch anything else. I can do 100 damage, that's so much damage. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Yeah, so we stacked up enough frostbite that we live, but obviously we need more units. It is painfully obvious that we need more units, and we are on our last fight. So that is scary stuff. We never got silence, so that's harsh. That's real harsh. Okay. I don't think Siren Song is the spell for us here. Applying Quick is cool. Wildwood Custodian is also a thing. We only get one of them though. Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are we going? So we can Hellvent with a Merchant of Magic, so we can get a unit just sort of like for free. Or we can get rid of like our last Frozen Lance and upgrade that man. Do we have spells that we care about upgrading anymore? Okay, so those are out of the deck, basically. Cycle of Life, I would love to make cheaper by at least one. And then other than that, it's fine. Okay, so I think at that point, since we're upgrading spells and not units, we're going to take the Wildwood Tome and put it on our Pew 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 guy. Which means we're going here. Almost got that wrong. That's rough. Okay, so remove, consume, and cost +1. Perfect. That is a very expensive Wildwood stack, but it's also going to be continually awesome. And we can maybe look to like Permafrost or something on the other side. Unless we get rid of the Frozen Lance, our last opportunity to remove it sort of quietly is with this 20 magic power we consume. Let's look at our options here at the trinkets, because if we have the spells upgrade slots, that's pretty stinking good. Do we have? Yeah, we have regular stings, so that's actually pretty good. Oh, Sigiled Seaweed is really a gamble, but we could technically be applying that to the boss. I don't know that that's worth it, but it's super like, cool thought. Okay, let's get rid of a restore with that, and then let's actually get rid of the frozen lands like that. And that way we just don't worry about it. We got the -1 going on our cycle of life. That makes us happy enough there. We've got 265 left, so we can either do one more round of spell upgrades, or we can take one of these two. And I think I'm happier just upgrading spells one more time. Getting Permafrost is fine for the Awoken Rail Spike, so we can wait till the opportune time to do it. That way we can wait till like Cycle of Life and maybe like Ice Storm are sitting on the other end. 10 more magic power seems great for Engraft to immediately be useful. And we also want to make Engraft automatically free so that we just cast it without thinking. Okay. This is harsh. Where do we want to go with this? So obviously we need more units, but we could either get a second Shattered Shell, which isn't going to do much. We could get another Thorned Hollow, which isn't going to do much. We could get another Animus of Will, which isn't going to do much. And our best bet is probably the Thorned Hollow. And just try to make it with two of them. Or we can just try to put a Shattered Shell in front of Tethys as a, background update kind of a guy. Let's do that. Let's see if that can hold on. And that way, at the very least, our Thorned Hollow can move up each time. That being said, we're going to have to be real careful where we put stuff. Okay, so Tethys can't go up top. And Animus of Will can. That's fine. Tethys being in the middle is probably slightly better. Oh, that being said, Tethys could go in the bottom. Right? If Tethys and a Shattered Shell are on bottom, then Animus of Will goes here. And then Tethys does silly, silly things. But I can't. Not this turn. Crud. Well, that's okay. I've got Pyre health to burn. I've got those 15 armor, so he can move up once, and that's fine. So if we put him here, we can cast our Ice Storm. Okay. Yep, that's what we expect to do here. And then we just like hope for the... Crud. I think we just have to like hope for our Thorned Hollow to come up. That blows. I really want to get Wildwood Sap with that. Oh, alright. I'd rather win than be pretty here, so... Let's get him in there. Let's get him some max health. Let's get him some freaking spikes. And then let's get ourselves some draw for next turn. Okay. Alright. Not good. Not good. Okay. So Shattered Shell's going to go here. Well, we didn't think that through very well. We are starting to brain turn off here, so we got to be careful of that. Those guys are all dead. Nothing we can do about it. Save the living here. Let's make this do some damage. Okay. So let's hold over that. That's cool. Let's do that. That's cool. And let's do some damage. I have to get this up. So there's going to be a lot of units just like going up into my core for no reason, but I think I just have to accept that. For like one more turn. Okay, well, now that we've accepted that, let's get this crap out of our hands and start thinking about winning in ways that don't suck. So our Attune spell is starting to do some damage, that's great. That thing is going up the floor, that's not great. So let's do that. Okay. We are not dead yet. I think it's piercing, that's cool. This thing consumes, that's cool. This thing is cool, cool, cool. They're all dead. I don't need to make him any stronger. Hey, he's dead. We did it. Let's try not to die. Okay, cool. We didn't die. But I don't know if there's any sort of extra special achievement for not dying, but we know we did it. Oh, that was real close to losing. The fact that we had twice, that was real close to losing. The fact that we had Endless on our Thorned Hollow actually saved us the previous fight, and the fact that we bought an extra unit this time saved us this fight. It's a good run. I actually had to think there for a second. Well, then I stopped thinking. Like at the end, you just sort of cast your spells, and that was that. But the ones that you at least have to plan a little bit are the ones that feel the best to win. And Seraph punching us in the face for 33 damage a turn was brutal, but it could have been much worse if we had a lot of units and had made him stack up faster. So, okay, we made it to Covenant rank 9. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Or whatever. Okay, so let's try to get a different combo next time, because I really want to play Umbra. That would be cool, right? Like, it'd be cool to see something else new in the game, right? Might? No? Just me? Okay. Alright, folks, we're winding down here. There's no problems. We won, did some cool stuff. We leveled up our Awoken and Stygian Guard, actually now past Hellhorned. We are definitely learning some things. We're definitely doing some things. And as usual, hopefully you guys learned something. And if you didn't learn something, at least I hope you had fun. Until next time, guys. GG. We'll see you on the next one.